The days of the Middle Ages, when knights rode into battle on bears and the strong were those who. The protection of vassals or acting as proper ladies. In modern times, strength has taken on a different meaning. The strong are typically those who project the most confidence and use their charisma as a weapon. Humans are social creatures, and our interactions with others have a significant impact on our lives. We seek social validation when others say they like us or think we are social enough to want to be around us. This is a quick way to feel powerful and strong even when you are not speaking to anyone, and it is explained by simply living. When you go to a bar, party, or social event, have friends with you for company. If you're a man, invite female friends. If you're a woman, invite male friends. It doesn't matter if they are married relatives or coworkers, having them around you becomes a means of social validation. Others will notice that having friends around you will make you feel safer. Exploiting power. Number 2. The impact of red sneakers. The Harvard Business School study that popularized the red sneakers effect in 2014 showed that by breaking the rules in specific situations, you gain the respect of others and look strong. For instance, you can enter a board meeting wearing a hoodie while everyone else is donning a suit or perhaps a turtleneck. This alludes to Steve Jobs, the legendary founder of Apple, as well as Silicon Valley, where several CEOs have peculiar habits. You'll become confident and strong by acting that way. Put on a power suit as number 3. The power suit and tie, which are a global representation of business, stand for power in a capitalist society. In a society like ours, dressing professionally is important. Wearing a suit conveys your seriousness and earns you respect wherever you go. Additionally, your suit should be accessorized with polished shoes and a good tie. If you want to portray a powerful man, don't skimp on your appearance. Put on a well-fitting suit, have your accessories match, and enter the office looking strong and capable. Dress properly. You don't need to look nice in a 3-piece suit or designer shirt, and you don't need flashy jewelry, gold teeth, or $10,000 sneakers. Dressing well is more about wearing clothes that fit your body than flashing a designer shirt and saying, "Look at me." Inscription. Dress appropriately for your body type by avoiding wearing short shirts or pants that don't cover your ankles. If you are short, try to stay away from wearing baggy clothing. Dressing nicely promotes attractiveness because we typically attribute positive attributes to attractive people. If you are light-skinned, wear colors that contrast with your skin tone, such as black or gray shirts. This is a surefire method to enter a room and be perceived as a strong person. 5th, box breathe. The box breath technique is used by Marines, the Navy, and even astronauts during blast-off. It entails 4 steps. First, you inhale while counting to 4, then you must hold your breath for another 4 seconds. Next, you exhale for 4 seconds while holding your breath. When you box breathe, things slow down and you can then become more rational and analytical. The technique also helps you develop inner confidence and self-awareness. 6th, listen to high bass music. It's common to experience a sudden loss of energy just before performing or engaging in other stressful events. In these circumstances, completing box breaths won't do anything to help. Listening to music with lots of bass is one strategy for surviving. In a study by Kellogg School of Business, participants were split into 2 groups, one of which listened to high bass music and the other to low bass music. After listening, the groups engaged in a debate, and 34% of those who had listened to the high bass music asked to start it. Due to the perception of discussion openers as being more aggressive, 20 low-bass music listeners made the same request, which suggests that high bass music makes us feel more confident. The fact that athletes typically listen to such music before joining a game is a fantastic example of this. Stand tall. Having good posture has several physical advantages, such as easier breathing, greater back support, and the prevention of back problems, but it also makes you seem and feel strong. People who slump or move inwardly are perceived as uncertain and insecure. Maintain your shoulders back, keep your spine straight, press your chest forward a little, and lift your chin up a little, but only sometimes. Putting your chest forward and elevating your chin too high can be seen as arrogance. Number 7 and 8, respectively. Make eye contact. Although most individuals prefer to stare at the ground or their phones when they are out in public, you must recognize that making eye contact is essential for enhancing your apparent confidence. Avoiding eye contact can make you appear unfocused or possibly raise suspicions about you. When speaking, look into the listener's eyes. If you're in a crowd, alternately make eye contact with each person. Also, remember the 3-second rule, don't stare at someone for more than 3 seconds at a time. The 9th, many people fidget subconsciously, so it's important to practice speaking to friends so they can point out any fidgeting they notice. If you fidget unconsciously, Practice speaking to friends and ask them to point out any fidgeting they notice, such as a nervous leg jiggle or flailing hands while speaking or repeating certain words. The 11th permit silence. Awkward silence is frequently criticized by many as a sign of a poor conversation, but a little bit of silence does not hurt. You can use it to let an important statement sink in or to use it before responding to someone to let them know you were listening. Use silence to your advantage because it allows for consideration and demonstrates that you are a confident speaker. Don't ignore it. Number 12, use your hands as long as you are not fidgeting. Hand gestures are a strong way to look strong when speaking to others. Your hands say a lot about you even if you are not aware of it. Gesture as you speak. Keep your hands out in front of you. If necessary, touch your listener on the shoulder or wrist. However, avoid excessive or inappropriate touching. Again, keep your hands out in front of you. Don't put them in your pockets. By maintaining a straight posture and taking deliberate steps, you will not only project strength but also attract people since they will be attracted to your confidence. Numeral 14. Go to the gym. Push-ups and morning jogs at least twice a week will suffice. Exercise doesn't have to be a regimen for war. You don't need to lift dumbbells and spend 6 to 12 hours at the gym. Muscles are the stereotypical indicator of strength. By working out at the gym, you will become toned and instantly look strong wherever you are. The objective is to become more outwardly strong in the appropriate areas rather than to get a figure like a bodybuilder. Number 15, act as if you are the only person in the room. As I mentioned earlier in the video, confidence is self-fulfilling. When you start to act confident, you start to feel confident. To look strong, you need to be able to command some level of power, and one way to do that is to believe you are in charge. Since we live in a society where acting better than others makes you feel guilty, it's best if you didn't. I appreciate you seeing, and I'll see you in the future film.